Good morning. Good morning. What up? What's up, Pablo? Good morning. I'm not looking for anything at the moment. I caught a little bit of this afterglow from the NFP news. We're up about 3,000 right now. We created this data wick low here on that NFP news. Price came right back. Excuse me. Price came back up, and a lot of times price likes to return to that data wick level where the price was before at the end of the news release. So I marked that out, waited for Bookmap to confirm, and I took a short down to that data wick. And right now, it looks like we're going to continue to dump based on what I'm seeing on the Bookmap. This 650 level is what I had marked out. I was going to hold to there, but I cut my trade short around this level right here. Because as soon as we hit that data wick low, we pulled back. But you see how price is rejecting right off of this 24,650 level. But we still have more liquidity to the downside here. I wouldn't be surprised if we go lower. Next major liquidity levels here at 600. What's up, Blade? Brother, help me gain weight. I'm struggling. Go look at the video I posted yesterday. Posted a video for people like you. It's the second video, most recent video I posted. Mimi, what's up? Nada, what up? Average NQ trader. What's up, Victor? How do you find liquidity levels? You can use session highs like London high, London low, Asia high, Asia low. You can use 4-hour candles. So there's a couple of indicators that mark that kind of stuff out. The Spaceman BTC key level, this indicator right here, will mark out the previous 4-hour high, previous 4-hour low, those sorts of levels. The ICT kill zone and pivots indicator, this one right here, marks out session highs and lows. So when you turn it on, it looks like this. And it shows you the different Asia high, London high, New York AM high, New York PM high. And then if you don't want to do that, or if you want to do in conjunction with that, you can use Bookmap. which is what I use. And that's what you see on your screen right there. Why is it dumping so much? I have to think it has to do with those numbers that just came out. Did you happen to see the NFP numbers? You can't see that because of the way that the layout is. People on the YouTube can see it. NFP numbers, non-farm payroll employment change. The forecast was 58,000, and it came in at negative 92,000. Probably has something to do with it. A lot of people have been anticipating this dump right here, though, for a week or more. See ChristianTrades NQ, yeah. Yo, my girl broke up with me and then hung out with her best friend 2 days later. Fuck, dude, ain't got no time for no females that don't be chasing, man. Somebody want to be in your life, whether it's a girl or anybody else. Don't even give it 2 seconds of thought. Just keep moving. Why do you care? Because you're a human. You gotta let that stuff go, though. You start to focus more on making money and building the life that you want, and you'll start to attract the people that are the right people that you want in your life, and you won't have to chase them. Did I miss the verse of the day? Nah, we just started. Don't chase, just attract. That's right. Went long and took me out at break even. Hey, break even's better than red, man, because that was a massive dump. I managed to take a little bit of the afterglow there on the move down. I was explaining earlier, we had this data wick low, obviously from the NFP news. We pulled back up. I went short to this low right here. Picked up $3,025. Fighting off a massive headache right now, man. I don't know what that's about. I don't think I drank enough water. Shook the money tree, that's right. That's an interesting point. The more money you make, you tend to attract people you actually don't want. That can be true too if you're flexing your money. But what I mean by that is when you focus on things about when I think of money, man, I don't think about it like going out and being able to, attract these crazy women or anything like that. What I mean is you are building a sustainable life for yourself that you can provide for a wife and have kids. You can provide security and resources to a good mate. So if you're focused on building that kind of life, you're focused on God, you'll give off energy that attracts the right people. Now, if you're focused on just buying the bust down watches and the ridiculous cars and things like that, you might attract the wrong crowd. I need a cop book map. Yes, you do. I don't know how people trade without it. Just made 1,221 on this bearish trend. There you go, Yuri. What stock you watching? This is NASDAQ futures. Taking another trade today if opportunity presents. Yeah, man, I am. I'm up. I'm on 8 funded accounts. So that $3,025 is spread across 8 fundeds. So not a ton. It's actually about $291 on those 5 Lucid accounts, and then $570 on my 350K TPT accounts. So it's really, that's a nice amount of money, but it's not like that wasn't all concentrated in one account. People without bookmap pretend they see the matrix on just candles. There are some people who don't use bookmap who are great traders, man. But for me personally, I love it. I love bookmap. How do you call this outfit? What do you mean? Would you suggest syncing accounts for a challenge? Depends on where you are in your trading journey, man. Is market open yet? No, it opens at 9:30, but futures is open with the exception of between the hours of 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. Eastern time. It's open all the time, Monday through Friday. If you're Kuzi, if you're passing evals pretty regularly and you're taking payouts pretty regularly, you just happen to have a blow up where you just, maybe broke a rule or you went a little heavy and blew some accounts and you're just trying to get back in the game. I say copy trade your accounts and get back in there. But if you're struggling to pass evals, there's no point in compounding your misery by copy trading that across multiple accounts. Just focus on one. Can you be my book map? I show it pretty regularly here. It's also on the tube. The same. If you search the same name as my TikTok, it's constantly showing on YouTube. Zach, what's up, man? First day done. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too, man. It's gonna be a good day. I see you putting in the work in the gym over there. Struggling to pass my first eval. It happens, and it's not easy. You should see the percentage of people who actually ever pass an eval. Most people give up. But you can do it. Patience is the key, man. Please dress modestly. I'm pretty modest here, man. You can't see anything. The key to passing an eval is to not put it on a pedestal so much. If you sit there and you let it psychologically mess with you that you're having such a hard time passing an eval, then it's going to create an even more psychological hurdle that you have to overcome. It's just, don't even think about it. Think about process. Think about the fact that you need to develop a successful plan. Each trade is a trade in and of itself. If it's a loss, learn from it, journal it, put it behind you, move on to the next trade. Don't allow it to affect your mindset for choosing the next trade. And if you just let that compound, next thing you know, you'll wake up and you have passed eval. Size down and give yourself a little bit more runway to allow the trade to breathe, Bree. That's what when I'm having trouble, like if I'm directionally correct, it's just my timing's off and I'm getting stopped out. I think for me personally, what I do is I'll size down pretty heavily. I mean, I'll size down pretty tremendously. And then once the trade starts moving in the direction you want it to move in, then you could potentially add into the trade. Are you asking, Everett, what is the hardest hurdle? Or are you saying that it is the hardest hurdle? The next big stack of orders is at 24,640 and then 24,635. And then now more orders are coming in down to 24,630. But we're just consolidating right now. I'd sit on your hands. I'd wait until market opens, potentially. I don't like to get in between 9 a.m. and 9:30 unless it's just something irresistible. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, it's still pre-market. We got 23 minutes. How do you deal with intraday trailing drawdown on TPT? I like to take smaller, like shorter trades. So I'll size a little heavier. And then I don't look for these big moves like this. I'll just look for, if you take 20 or 30 points, and you're sized a little more aggressively, you close pretty quickly if you see trades starting to come back on you. Bookmap is super useful for intraday trailing drawdown because you can see, that trade, for some reason, it hasn't gotten a lot of views that I posted from earlier in the week. If you go look, it's 3 videos back on my page, but you'll see how I kind of deal with it. Like I'll see a level where even after I enter a trade, I could potentially go into drawdown to a specific level and I'll have my stop just beyond that. But as soon as I see a key level where we're getting ready to absorb orders in profit, I'll cut the trade. Like you don't need to sit there and look for home runs. You just let the base hits stack up. Yeah, I tried to make it bigger, be so that people could see it, but I can't do it without distorting everything really. And like when I'm trying to make it easier for people to see on TikTok, it's harder on the other platforms for people to see. It makes the like layout look funky. What about the 8 a.m. manipulation? What do you mean, AJ? What about it? What happens after the eval? Then you you get a funded account. You got to build a buffer in that, and then over the buffer, uh, you can withdraw money. There's still a good amount of liquidity underneath this, Abdul. Here's the book map. Do you have a video that helps set up bookmap? I don't know that I have one. The problem B is when you try to make a recording with bookmap and you see how I have bookmap pulled up right now and you can see that. I actually have my settings pulled up as well and it doesn't show you that. So when I try, like you see my mouse cursor right here, that's actually, I'm hovering that over a settings window, but it doesn't show you that when I'm streaming it. It also doesn't record it when I'm trying to screen record it to show people my settings. So it's hard for me to be able to like show a settings or record a settings video when it like what I have to do is almost like use my phone and record my computer monitor to do it, and it doesn't look that clear. I guess I could do that anyway, but I'm not sure why it does that. It doesn't show on the screen. Bro, your beard grows back in like 3 days. But B, I have in the past done live streams on Saturdays in the Discord, and specifically for Bookmap to like help people get it set up and to answer any questions. So I might start doing that again soon if I get enough people that are interested. It just seemed like there weren't enough people to make it worth my while. No lie, I thought this was C-Bum trading. Appreciate that, man. What's my Discord? It's in the, I believe it's in my bio. Check my bio. If it's not in the bio, I'll shoot you the link. Do you try to pass the trailing in one day or do you take several days? I take several days. I don't worry. Honestly, Zach, I don't focus on that. I just focus on the trades and let the you know how it is. You just let the wins stack up and eventually you look down and it's like, oh, I'm eligible for a payout or I pass the account. There you go, Kenny. Very nice, man. Short breakdown of the basics of this chart. Yeah, these are volume. You see these bubbles, how some of them are bigger and some of them are smaller. The bigger they are, there's more volume of executions at that level that are taking place. Those are market orders. And the brighter the colors, like I don't know how well you can see on the right side of the chart here, but these are numbers like right here at 24,600, you have 162 buy orders. That's this big red line right here. And then you can see these flashing orders. These are people putting orders in and then yanking them, putting orders. They're trying to fish price to go lower, or they're trying to find a good place to get into the market. So they're changing their position where they have their limit orders set. So what you want to see is typically when you're convinced of taking a trade, you'll have very little color above or below you, and it'll be lit up tremendously in one direction or the other, and you want to target that direction. So like right now, if all these orders underneath us were to disappear, and you only had these red, yellow, and orange lines above us, we would think price is going to start pushing up. And we'd look for a pullback, and we'd look for an entry at that pullback, and then we'd target the highs. But I wouldn't do that because the trend right now is down. So we have these levels above us that I think will get absorbed, and then I think will potentially dump lower. So I'm just waiting for the market to open in 17 minutes. All I see is medium gray and dark gray. I don't know, the colors might be off, man. These are, is that the same for everybody? Can anybody see? This is like bright orange and red. Some blue, yellow. He might be colorblind. What, I don't know what you mean by what spike means at 24,600, my dude. What that 24,600 level is orders that are limit orders that are stacked right there. There's 154 buy orders that are stacked at that level. So that's what, if you see my cursor, you can see it says 154, and now it's 156. And those are all buy orders right there that are stacked up. So those are people who might be short and they're looking to take profit at that level. Or that might be people who are thinking that price will turn around there and they have their buy orders set so they can go long. Or it could be people who are long right now and that's where their stop losses are. But most likely it's not, because they're buy orders. Can you read my chat? What'd you say, AJ? It's called Bookmap. Yeah, it's showing volume. I mean, you got all kinds of different things. Like if I slide this up, you guys can see more. Like you got the CBD. You got all kinds of different metrics that you can use here. I don't use that as much. I'm pretty strictly reading these bubbles, these volume dots, and the flow of the market orders. I didn't see what you said, AJ. Say it again. Put a long on NQ yesterday, not loving the turnout. I am probably going to hold. What would you do? I would hang on, man. Just wait. Let the market tell you what it wants to do. I mean, right now it's telling you that it likes the idea of going short. So let's wait for the market to open and see if that trend continues. And if it continues, what you'd want to do is look for a place for a pullback and an entry, and you want to clear draw on liquidity. And the clear draw on liquidity for me would be this London low. First, it would be this 600 level. And then it would be this London low, and then this Asia low. But if we go long here, the next draw on liquidity would be this data wick high from the NFP news. And then probably this swing high would be the next one from earlier. Next one would be the next swing high, which is right at the midnight open, right here. And then obviously above that, you have London and Asia high. So those are just the different levels that you could target. But most importantly, you just want to be patient here and wait for the market to open. Yeah. Caboose. Is that how you say your name? Caboose Alex? No problem, man. Bookmap's about $100 a month, all in. So that includes the subscription to Bookmap, and then you got to pay for live data as well. So all in, it's about $100 a month. You get about 20% off if you use my code and my link. DX feed, yeah, I'm using DX feed and I use the light map. So if you go to manage plugins and Bookmap add-ons, you can go all the way down and enable Trade Map Lite. And what that's supposed to do is it'll filter out bot orders and any bull crap that's not actual real, real action on the chart. So I'll switch between, like in the tabs, like this right here is Bookmap Lite. And then this is regular Bookmap data, and I also have DX feed, but I don't have that turned on right now. Or you can pay for the Rhythmic. They're all virtually the same, but the only difference is with TM Lite, it filters stuff out. Yeah, Sonny, try using NQ. It looks way better, and I know that price can move slightly differently, but generally I'm having great success using the MNQ chart for Bookmap because it's so much cleaner looking. Can I have your Bookmap password to use it for free? I think they frown upon that, man. I've been impatient. I'm planning to do that, just a trade at a time, setting a daily profit for myself to get through the trailing. Confidence I can keep my funded after that. I see the red and orange, blue. Yeah, I think it's a good plan, Zach. just I've said this before, I'm sure you've heard me say it. If you can remove the fixation on the actual numbers, on the money, and you just focus on execution, it makes it so much easier to have success, man. It makes it easier when you have a loss because you're not sitting there trying to get that money back. And it makes it easier when you're winning because you're not focused on, okay, I need $100 more to pass this eval, or I need $100 more for a payout. You just trade. Yeah, I read your comment, AJ. I'd say hang on, wait for the market to tell you what it wants to do. Great for scalping, Sonny. Great for scalping. Yeah, that's kind of like a tipping point, Zach. You get stuck in that phase. I've been stuck in that phase where it's like no problem passing evals, and then you just like you blow them within like a week. I've been there. Once you get past that, though, you start trading your fundeds with the same kind of mentality as the eval, and you just don't allow the psychology to get to you. It makes it way easier, and you start to the money just flows. You trade live every day except Thursday. I have class on Thursdays in the morning. It makes it difficult to try to trade, try to stream. Yeah, there's 158 orders at 24,600. That's this red line right here. Everett, I don't have a video on that. I probably should make one. I keep my trade of 8 super simple, man. I really just use it for the buy market, sell market buttons at the top, and the exit at market and cancel buttons. I don't use it for charting. I don't use it for really anything else. Which props are you using? Lucid, Take Profit Trader, Apex, Tradeify. Those are the ones that I have accounts with right now. I also will throw in some Alpha Futures accounts soon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Lucid is what I'm really liking right now, man. Lucid, Take Profit Trader, that's deadly combo. Tradeify as well. Tradeify is a great firm. Yeah, 2K max payout. But if you're man, if you got 5 accounts and you're taking 2K each per week, that's 10,000 a week for just one firm. And you can be taking max payouts. There's no cap on the TPT payouts, and you can do those daily, man. So it's kind of like very limited upside. Do you know if Lucid is a good firm? Yeah, I love Lucid, man. I'm using them right now. I've heard very few negative things about them. The only negative thing I've heard, somebody had some like slow response with their support when they had an issue, a glitch in their account or something. But I've never heard any sort of other negative things about them. I highly recommend them. I think right now they have the fastest payouts in terms of the processing of any firm. Like underneath a minute. If you're in the United States, it takes like less than a minute for the funds to hit your bank account. I do copy trade. Looking beefy. Appreciate that, man. Christian, I know your family's from the Philippines. I sent you the 500 for your cousin. Thanks, man. Ballots, I can always count on you. I'm just waiting on those burritos, man. Asking your bias and why. I don't really have one right now. I mean, we're trending down pretty aggressively, but I wait to see what market wants to do at open, and then I react accordingly. I don't usually try to predict the price. You can get in some trouble trying to do that. You get a bias in your mind, and you kind of get stuck in that, you pigeonhole yourself looking for setups in specifically that direction. You potentially miss out on trades or end up getting stopped out. I wait for confirmation about what market wants to do. Shot back from the Philippines, girlfriend's house. I'd like to go there, man. I think it looks like a pretty cool place. How do you even start to trade, bro? So you can start on paper, and you can, if you sign up for TradingView, you get a paper trading account. You can practice on there and watch videos and develop a strategy that works for you. That's where I would start: YouTube and paper trading. Are you in the U.S.? Yeah, I am. Can you be my dad so I don't have to trade anymore? If I could claim you on my taxes. Yeah, Bree, this is the indicator I use for the session highs and lows. Yeah, I do trade full time. What was your first purchase with your first payout? More accounts. Scaling to be able to make more money. Chris from Tinder, if you tried trading. That dude's huge. If that's the same guy I'm thinking of. Song, man, appreciate that. You too. We got 5 minutes. 5 minutes and 4 seconds. Archie, what's up, man? Australia. Whew. Man, there's a guy I follow, Trading Pool, I think is his name, or something like that. He's Australian. How you doing, brother? Doing great, man. Hope you are. Verse of the day. Yes. I sit out some days if I don't like what I'm seeing. You look jacked, bro. Appreciate that, man. If you were to wake up late, would you still trade? Yeah, because me waking up late is still well before the market opens. I can't sleep in, man. Verse of the day, Isaiah 25:1. O Lord, you are my God, and I will exalt you and praise your name, for in perfect faithfulness you have done marvelous things, things planned long ago. Amen. Bro, you're 6'5", 240. Yeah. It's not easy, man. What's up, you muscular American? My Russian man. What's up? My brother. You finally thawing out over there? That is a great verse. Yeah, I like that. The verse I read last night that I spent a lot of time thinking about. I think it was James, wasn't it? No, it was Luke. Luke 18:13 through 14. This, for some reason, hit me. This was, we got 3 minutes, so I'll give you the context. This is a parable in Luke, the parable of the Pharisee and the tax collector. And so the 2 men were going to pray at the temple. And it says 2 men, this is Luke 18, starts at verse 9 here, or verse 10. 2 men went up to the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee stood by himself and prayed, God, I thank you that I am not like other people, robbers, evildoers, adulterers, or even this tax collector. I fast twice a week and give a tithe of all that I can, of all that I get. But the tax collector stood at a distance. He would not even look up. Hang on. But the tax collector stood at a distance. He would not even look up to the heaven, but beat his breast and said, God, have mercy on me, a sinner. I tell you that this man, rather than the other, went home justified before God. For all those who exalt themselves will be humbled, and those who humble themselves will be exalted. To me, that's powerful, man. That was my favorite stuffed pizza. That was my favorite verse as a kid, man. Love that verse. Just bought Bookmap. Don't know how to set it up. Yeah, it's a little difficult, especially right here at Market Open, man. And I'm about to like be locked in here, so I can't really help you with that. But after the trading session is over with, I can try to help you. How much body fat? Right now I'm around 12.5%. Am I profitable? No, I'm not, man. I just opened this up today. I'm trying to figure it out. I was hoping you guys could walk me through what's going on here. Figured TikTok was the place to learn. Here we go. 8 seconds. You know anybody who codes? Man, I'm trying to learn. I'm in the process of learning. I'm taking a statistics class right now that's almost all coding. Strong push here. I'm trading prop firms right now, E. So most of my accounts, the 5 of them are 50K accounts, and then 3 of these are funded. So 5 funded 50Ks, and then 3 funded 150Ks. And then I have some evals that are 50Ks. Chris Bumstead Ginger. That was a strong little manipulation there. Look at that 1 minute manipulation candle. Don't worry, Christian, I got you. I got 1 payout under my belt. Thanks, Kyle. Can you mentor me, man? Most Jack Trader. I don't know about that. There's a Marine dude that I found recently. He's pretty stacked. I know you miss me. Yeah, man, where you been? Everybody stay patient here. Bookmap is looking a little thin. There are orders above us. Those orders at 600 are still stacked there. There's orders at 720 as well, 24/720. And it's pretty, there's orders at 650 now. There's orders at 685, flashing up to 695. It's unclear what this wants to do, so just stay patient, unless you know something that I don't. Busy at work? Yeesh. I get it though, man. Do you have Discord? Yeah, it's in the bio. Claudio says, hey bro, how's it going? Caught some shorts about half hour ago, done for the day, just tuning in. Hey, good for you, Claudio. I actually caught some too, man. Caught some of that move down. Actually, after we'd had NFP news, we manipulated up, and then I took the short to the data wick low. So I'm up about 3K right now. So very nice. Big orders at 720, 715 up to 720 above us here. A lot of orders just came in up higher. You said full port. Marvin, yeah, dude. Links in the bio for the Discord. You ever trade at different times? No. Nope, it's against my rules, man. Pushing hard here to the upside. It's against my rules. Tapping into a 1 minute gap right here. Pushing through it pretty aggressively. Strong pullback there. Swept the opening candle wick high and pulled back immediately. Strategy you trade? I like to combine ICT with order flow. I will be completely honest, I'm leaning way more towards order flow momentum trading, but I use ICT to kind of make sense of market structure and to potentially gauge entries and exits. But most of my take profit levels are actually dictated by Bookmap. Yeah, my funders are linked. Yeah, we got a pretty strong SMT there on NQ and ES. What's Bookmap? It's a level 2 data software. This right here. That is Bookmap. A lot of orders got yanked above right there after we swept that candle. Oh. Is there any mentorship on YouTube for Bookmap? Not really, man. It's so hard to kind of teach people Bookmap, and I've said this before. It's one of those things I can teach you exactly how I use it and how it works, but it's one of those deals where you're going to have to use it yourself to get good at it. You know, I could the analogy that I use, and I'm sure some people are tired of me using this, is I can teach you how to play a video game, but until you play it for hours and hours and hours yourself, you're not going to get good at it. You might naturally be better at it at the beginning, but you're still not going to be like competitive versus someone who's been using it or playing it for a long time. Shorts down at 600 here, maybe, potentially. Time frame you on? This is 1 minute. I'm surprised this isn't dumping down to that 600. playlist just plays the most random crap that I don't have on it. Tap me in. This is strange right here, man. It just left that 600 order behind, massive order, and then orders got yanked. There was orders at 610 that got yanked. Is a Secret Labs chair worth it? I like it. Inverted that big 1 minute gap that we created on that drop down previously. Big order at 24,660. Orders above now. I have no clue what this shit wants to do, man. This is weird. Big orders below us on ES. I would think that's where price is headed, but I don't know. Just made a quick band. There you go. Nice, man. Yeah, a ton of orders down at 67.20 on ES. Going long. Wish me luck. Good luck, everyone. I have two windows open, Santi. I'm waiting. Resale. Oh, man. C-Bum, you looking for shorts? Chris Bumstead. It's the third person in like 3 minutes that have said C-Bum. I don't know what I'm looking for right here, man. There's a bunch of orders above us, but there's orders below, above on NQ and below on ES. So I'm just staying patient. This is ES on Bookmap. See all those orders down there? And then this is NQ. Burrito time while we wait. Man, I'd love a burrito right now. Can you show us ES again? Yeah, I got you. That's ES. So I would think that we'd want to absorb that and then make a move, but you never know. Bro, you went from baby face to ball button. Long hit TV. There you go. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. My posts are still not, like, my actual posts are still getting very few views. I don't know what that's about. Bookmap is a cheat code, without a doubt. Price could go up, doesn't want to push through. Yeah. Yo, how's the day? What's up, Coop? Beard's looking crazy. Appreciate it. It's getting a little bushy. And Ballas is Mexican too, man. I bet he makes some bomb burritos, some bomb breakfast burritos. Can you explain the bubbles? They're volume bubbles. So the bigger they are, the more volume there is at that level, at that exchange. Orders at 660, edging them. Appreciate it, man. So do they give you a better prediction with where you see the market moving, if bigger bubbles? It just shows you the aggression. There's those 660 orders right there. Just blew right through them. How many grams of protein do you intake a day? Around 270 grams right now. Overdoing it a little bit, but it's better than not getting enough. And now back up again. Do you think seed oils reduce results? Ever since I cut them out, I felt a lot more clean. Yeah, I think they can. They're not necessarily good for you to ingest. That's my opinion. There's people who think that's all BS, but what I believe, I don't think that your body should be taking that crap in. Most seed oils, not the processed crap where they. No. These are the days that make you want to quit. Don't trade. This isn't clean. Yeah, Santi, we read one earlier, and then I read a whole paragraph, but I'll read another one. Second Corinthians 4:18. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen. Since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. Watching paint dry, yeah. Took those orders right there. New York AM low. Amen. Yeah, better than beef tallow and butter. You know better than that. Is there a way to make the numbers? I've tried, man. It's super hard. You can kind of get an idea based on if you're looking at this and the chart, but I've tried to like zoom in or like do different things to, let me see what I can do here. Does that help? Did that make him more clear? No, he was being sarcastic. No, beef tallow is good. Did that help you out, Kyle? Or whoever was asking? Coop? Now it looks all discombobulated. Now I'm bigger. I don't know how to do it. I'll just leave it like this. Maybe that'll help you guys. Tyler, what's up? Yeah, we took a trade, took a short earlier after the NFP news. Wow, this is pumping now. Took those orders below us on ES, and now we're just moving up. This has been an area of rejection multiple times, though, so that's true. I could swap the chart and bookmap. I could. Tempted. Yeah, that's not actually a bad idea. What if I did that? That looks super funky, though, doesn't it? Immediately rejecting right off of that. The 2-minute gap is causing some issues there. Let's see what I can do. Stretch to fit is the only way I can make that full screen, and I feel like that doesn't look good. Let's see. How's that? Does that look weird? You like that? Okay, I'll leave that for a little bit. Put your face right in the middle. Yeah, this is probably chewing up a lot of people. All right, MBT. Appreciate it, man. You too. Whatever. That'll have to work. That's bookmap. Now it looks funky for you guys, I think. No, it looks good. Decided to switch to YM. Nice chart color. Appreciate that, man. What are your timings on kill zones? Rachel. Okay, good. Appreciate that, B. Let me know when you get that screenshot, Tim. Yeah, Rips is good, man. That's the only thing you put over the chart. Where are you from? The United States. North Carolina, to be specific. Yeah, to an extent, Zach, you're not wrong. He trades like a crazy person. He makes money, man. He makes some serious money. Yes, sir. Just passed my eval. About to head out. Hey, good for you, Bless. Have a good day, man. Have a good weekend. Yeah, he adds into his trades, so it ends up getting pretty heavy sometimes. Those are micros, though, so really that's only 18 minis. But that's still a lot. There's no question about it. Is this what you do full time? Yeah. Is it going to the 500 level? I don't know where it's going, man. This is kind of just chopping. Yeah, I like him a lot. Thinking about moving to downtown Charlotte once I become profitable. It's expensive. Yeah. Why wouldn't he use minis instead? All the fees on micro. He does on his personal capital account. He uses minis. But he's trading prop firms right now, or he has since the start of the year. So he likes to size into trades. So he'll start with like 5 or 10 micros, and then he'll go to 15, and then 20, and the next thing you know, he's got like 160 micros in there. I do not have a mentorship. I don't do that. I don't sell anything, man. From Ontario, Canada. Nice. How do you get started? YouTube and paper trade, man. That's where I would tell you to get started. This is doo-doo price action here for me. Hattie B's. Now we're just ripping again right off that level. Yeah, I do show payouts. There's some on my page that you can go look at. How long you been trading? A little over 4 years. Actually, I think maybe 5 years now. He also gives away a ton of accounts. Yeah, he does. Lamar Ball might slam into your apartment. I thought that was interesting. I saw him in that wreck, and then like he was playing like the next night. Look at this rejection, dude. What is going on? You got no clue what you're doing? Yeah, I don't, man. Why don't you walk me through it, man? I'll actually bring you on. Request to join solo, and I'll bring you on. Maybe you can walk us through and impart some wisdom upon us. How about that? Would you want to do that? I do this for a living. I've been wanting to do this for a living, man. I haven't figured out how to make it work yet. Maybe you can help me. I do this for a living, but yet you're perusing TikTok live during the New York AM session, and it's at a macro time frame too. So it's like, yeah, I got to learn from the big talks, man. Gotta need somebody to hold my hand and walk me through it. Once in a while, I see him on 85 and he's speeding in and out, almost killing half of 85 in the process. Yeah, that sounds about right. Tons of orders above us all the way up to 800 here. As a very profitable eval trader myself, I got you. Divine, I think I'm going to start doing, I was doing Saturday live sessions in Discord, helping people with their book map. I might start doing that again if I can get enough people interested. There's really not that many good videos to point you to go help you out. Is that on the day or total, Matthew? That's not bad, dude. Very, very recoverable. Yeah, definitely not a 15-year-old. Show your P&L from your main. How about I show you my left nut? You can hop on that one and see if the right one jumps. How about that? That sound good to you? ain't got time for you, bruh. Excuse my language. You and your dirty dad jokes. Orders up to 800 now, coming in slowly. You getting on stage ever? Man, I don't know. I don't really have a desire to do that. I had somebody ask me that the other day. I don't know why. It just doesn't like sound exciting to me. You look like C-Bum. Appreciate that, man. The ginger version. This acts like it wants to pump here, but I don't trust it. These pullbacks eat you up quick. How you didn't take that long? You need a C-Bum counter. Sounds about right, Zach. I got some variations of that. You want to see? Oh, you're looking at the book map. You see the Adrian. You see the book map there. It's kind of interesting. We're all pointing and laughing at you, dude. We're pointing and laughing at you. Do you meal prep? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Got to do it. Appreciate that, Jack. Chicken and rice, mostly right now. Chicken and rice. Beef and rice for a while, but chicken and rice right now. Chicken and rice. I put my meal plan. I posted a video yesterday with my current meal plan. Got on ES. 1 minute. Let's see. Yeah, I see a little BPR action there. I like ES. I like ES a lot. How do you make your chicken and rice? Because there's definitely a wrong way and a right way. I boil the chicken, man, in hot water. I boil it. No salt, no pepper, no spices. Nah, I'm just kidding. I cook it on the stove, man. Saute it up. I usually marinate it in some low sugar sauce of some sort for a day or so. At least overnight. We'll never use your... I don't have a Young LA code, dude. What are you talking about? Solo, I'm going to pray for you, dude. Because you sound very unsatisfied with your life. I hope you find whatever purpose you're looking for or that is meant for you. Yeah, I let it marinate overnight at least, typically about a day. And then I cook it on the stovetop. I usually drain most of the marinade out of it first and then cook it on the stovetop. Any orders down there? There are down to 700 right here. It's getting ready to absorb. Boom, right there, 700. Now more coming in lower, trying to drag it down further. There's no resting orders except down at 24,650. It's definitely a child talking. I'm not short. I'm not in a position. You'll see when I'm in a position. I'm not in anything here. Your bookmap call outs helped my trading this morning. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for letting me know. Glad I could help. It's coming back to my entry now. Yeah, this is not ideal. Not ideal. This is NQ right here. Bunch of orders just came in underneath us here. One minute time frame currently. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, Coop, that's probably it. They saw my P&L from yesterday and they said, we can't let that continue. I did not see ICT's tweet. What did he say, Tristan? He's been rambling recently. You know what I need? I know what I need. What am I doing? He's moving to Forex. I heard somebody say that. Said they changed, that he claimed that they changed the algorithm, so he's moving to Forex. Dude can't trade. There's no question about it. Every trading competition he's ever gotten into, he's had to drop out of. Footprints are good, Blade. Footprints are good. Useful. Saw him tweet 20 times in one day about the algorithm. I think he might have some issues, man. You stayed in that long? You got stopped out? Adrian? It's giving dump vibes with the S&T. And Q just trying to decide who wants to fill. It stopped you out and then went right back up. It's so frustrating. Classic AMD. Tyrone, you think this is the accumulation and then the move down was the manipulation, then it's going to distribute to the upside? Bookmap is lit up above us here, but it keeps rejecting. Leroy, what's up, man? Up 1K. Very nice, bro. Big orders at 800 right here. It's just not one to absorb those. I think it's getting ready to, though. It's acting like it wants to. Just keeps nipping it and then coming right back down. Yeah, I caught part of that short floppy. It was a nice short. Look at just right at that 800 and then turning around. How you been, Leroy? I'm break even. It's tough, man. So there's not really time frames with Bookmap, man. You can zoom in and out like this. Doesn't really do time frames like that. You can do time slices, but that just messes with the zoom. It doesn't change like what you're actually seeing necessarily. Yeah, this is not ideal. Some of those orders got yanked. There's still a concentration of orders at the 800 level, but some of them got yanked. Some of them got absorbed. Some of them got yanked. The orders at 799, 798 got absorbed. Potentially, Jack. I want to see. Now we're getting a strong push back up here. It's like, this is like seek and destroy in terms of stopping people out and then going where it wants to go. Yeah, you see how you can see if you look back on that Johnny, see how you had this big red spot here. I don't know if you can see my cursor. But you had that big red spot, and then some of it got taken, and then there's this big blank right here. So you can see that volume bubble right there absorb some of those orders. There's still those orders right there at 800. Now there's more at 24, 799, 798. But don't usually like to see price reject like that. You want to see it push through and create momentum. This is just herky-jerky, man. This is dangerous, for my style at least. Herky-jerky. Candles have gaps. Refresh. It might be on your end because mine are not gapping. What's up, AJ? When was the last time you used ICT? I took a short the other day. It was a 100% ICT setup. It was actually a unicorn. It was perfect. I think we swept the London high, if I'm not mistaken, and then perfect unicorn setup. It was a 5-minute breaker, 4-minute bearish gap in perfectly inside right at the CE of the breaker. I can see it. I can see it in my mind. lot of orders just came in above us here. I think this is getting ready to blow through that level. See, this is the shit that I'm talking about, man. Sorry for my language. This is dangerous because on a normal day, that as soon as those orders just started populating like that on the book map, that would just, boom, price would just go to it. This is just looking to destroy people. Just had to refresh. Yeah, I figured that was it, Tristan. How much is Bookmap? It's about 100 a month. So it's actually a little more than 100. I think it's about 80 for the subscription, 79 or 80 for the subscription, and then for the data, it's like 35. But you can get 20% off if you use my link in my code. Took a nice win off of the perfect for everybody to get set up on NQ. Very nice, AJ. Really, Johnny, what you want to do is you want to be in before it blows through that level. So ideally, I would get in like right now and then be targeting that 800 level. But the fact that it keeps rejecting, I just don't like that. I want to see it absorbing levels. So then, if I see it absorbing levels early in the session, that gives me confidence that there's going to be more orders that are stacked like this higher on the chart. And the next pullback, I can get in and target those next set of orders. But the fact that we're rejecting before absorbing those makes me very hesitant to take a trade. I mean, look at that, dude. It just went right to that 800 level and bounced right off of it again. Up 800, 1800. Very nice, Co. What time frame is this? This is the 1 or the 2 minute, actually. This is the 2 minute. Where's the link for the book map? I'll send it to you. It's in my Discord, but I'll send it directly to you. Mac, what's up, man? Yeah, it's frustrating, Adrian. Setting up Bookmap, pretty simple. Look at it, just blew through that level. Bookmap is pretty easy. I mean, out of the box, it's pretty ready to go, but there might be some tinkering that you'll have to do. It's been so long since I first originally downloaded it. It's been like a year and a half or 2 years since I first originally got it that I don't remember exactly how it was by default. But I think it's pretty much ready to go out of the box. Yeah, there's the breakthrough. And VWAP is up at 24,831. My VWAP for Bookmap. My VWAP on the chart we just touched at 24,822.52. And the reason they're different is I anchor my Bookmap VWAP to the 6 p.m. open, 6 p.m. Eastern time open from last night, always the night before. What am I holding out for, AJ? Well, I wanted to see this 800 level get broken, but ultimately, I want to see price stop being so wicky. I want to see it start to just act very cleanly, because my trades, I don't like to hold through these these pullbacks like it's doing. like these big wicks. So the next big line here is at 24,823 or 824-ish. 823. I don't sell anything, Cayenne. Made 300, very nice. One trade at a time, man. Don't chase the losses. Obviously, you know, it's hard not to keep track of how much you're down, but just focus on taking the base hits. How are you so calm? I think you gotta have that. I mean, dude, I've had days where I'm getting absolutely chewed up with this stuff. So it's like you eventually get kind of numb to it and realize that the calmer you are, you can think clearer and you can react better and make better decisions. Done for the day. Very nice. Good way to end the day, man. Lots of not being calm, Johnny. Lots of not being calm gets you to the point where you find calm. I have a Discord, but I don't sell anything. I'm not into like trying to sell anything. Just absorb a bunch of orders up there at that line that I had and then turn right around. There are orders higher now, yeah. VWAP is, on my book map, VWAP is right here, basically. Right here. So that line is the VWAP on my book map. Currently down 440. Don't make it worse, man. When I first started trading, I had to buy a new phone. Yeah, can I get that? Somebody in the Discord a while back shattered a laptop. Silver messed me up last night. I stay away from it, man. Yeah, you want to see the book map? Looks like it's going to invert the 1 hour. It could. You got 30 minutes to go, though. You got a 30-minute gap there that's going to close. That candle closes in 1 minute and 43 seconds, so it could invert that 30-minute. Right here, Nick. We'll see, though. Pushing down now. I quit trading them both, man. Fernando, I think I've taken 7 total gold trades in my life. I've taken 1 or 2 silver. The 2 gold trades that I lost, it moved so fast that I couldn't even set my stop. Like, but from the time I opened the trade to trying to set my stop, it was already beyond where I wanted to set my stop. I just had to close the trade. You know, lost like 1,200. But that's when we had like the major volatility going on, like the really heavy stuff. This is C-Bomb if you traded. Dag, you appreciate that, man. It's nice growing it as a trader when suddenly being at a loss doesn't ruin your whole day. Tell me your ways, man. I won't lie to you. I still am definitely not in the best mood if I have a day where I really crap the bed. It's hard. The biggest thing is just not allowing it to dictate your next trade, though. Pushing up heavy here. Boom. Straight through that VWAP. Let's see if it continues to trade above here. That'd be really interesting. Not yet. Not yet, 007. Pack flash. Can't do it, man. I'll get banned. Just absorbed a ton of orders right there. All right, we're trading consistently above the VWAP here, so let's see if we can potentially take something. This 70 line is swept this candle, this previous high here. That was a swing. And the VWAP is still down here. I'm going to keep this line for the VWAP. Let's see if we get a bounce off of that. It's up to you, Adrian. Depends on your rules, man. It's totally up to you. I'm going to give this a shot right here, targeting, as soon as I get in, it goes down. Targeting this, as soon as I get in, holy shit. Targeting this, I'm going to leave this just below the VWAP. Bad timing, bad timing. I want this data wick high, but I'm going to try to target this 880. Yeah, 880. Let's see if we get a push right back up here. Bounced off the VWAP there. VWAP is up actually right where this bounce was. It's terrible timing. It'll be what it'll be, man. Orders right here at the VWAP. Immediately just goes in the opposite direction. Tons of look at the book map here on ES. You would think this would just push straight up here, but it doesn't always work like that, especially not today, it seems. Leprechaun C-pump version. Yeah, I don't blame you. Could not have had a worse entry on this trade. Orders right here at 67, 68, 69, 70. Needed to blow through those orders. I'm going to turn this off. I don't like all that crowding. Might need to kiss the wall. It absorbs some of those orders right there, and it keeps doing this thing where it'll take partial and then it'll just leave the rest behind, man. Taken right there. Not bad. On a day like today, man, I'll be satisfied with that. Definitely orders just can't. As soon as I close the freaking trade, dude, look at this. As soon as I close the trade, these orders just stack up higher here. But then you get the pullback. It's just one of those days, man. You got to be just happy not to be red. Times 8 funded accounts, Xander. I was already up a good bit in each of those. I was up 300 on the day, but prior to that trade. So about 500 per account right now, per Lucid account. 700 per take profit account. Yeah, B, I don't blame you. Have a good weekend. Yeah, I'm not mad about that trade at all. It's definitely could not have gotten a worse entry. Now it's just going to shoot up to this data wick high now. Watch this. FOMO in, full port. That was just one mini. Yahoo strikes again. Everyone have a great weekend. Enough nice weather if you have some. Enjoy the nice weather if you have some. You too, man. Appreciate you, Zach. Thanks for being here, man. I hope you have a great weekend. Took a long at 10 a.m. key open, hit for 100 points. Very nice, Isaiah. Yeah, if I'd waited for a pullback to the VWAP right there, which was right here at this 32 level, that would have been a very stellar trade. And I should have been a little more patient and waited for that. Would have been a nice trade. 36 points would have been. You always trade with minis only, typically, yeah. Unless I'm in a phase where I'm really struggling and just like, you know, not my confidence is kind of struggling, I'll definitely size down to like 5 micros. Close these blinds. But yeah, I like to just trade a mini. One mini is typically good. One of my Lucid funded accounts lagged on that and didn't keep up with the other accounts. Only took $100 in profit on one of the accounts for some reason. That's weird. I do trade, Adrian. I do. I mean, I like to trade ICT, but You know, the unicorn setup is really the ideal setup for me. If I don't see that, I'll trade these this order flow momentum style. VWAP, volume weighted average price. So typically you can expect it to act as a level of support or resistance depending on where price is trading. If it's trading above it, it's a level of support. If it's trading below it, ideally or theoretically, it's a level of resistance. So right now you would think if we hit this, we'd reject off of it and go higher. That's kind of the theory. It's the average weighted price depending on where your anchor is. And my anchor for Bookmap is anchored at 6 p.m. last night. So they're basically, let's see, it's the anchor from 6 p.m. last night is basically right here. And you can see the difference here. So I don't really know where the anchor is for the TradingView VWAP. It says a session, but I don't know. See the anchor period? It says session. I don't know what they count as the session. I don't know if that's 12 a.m. or like midnight, or if it starts at, I don't know when that is averaging. It's an average, volume weighted average price. Yeah. You don't need to group them. I'm using, so Everett, I use TradeSyncer, which I've had actually a couple of issues with recently, but sometimes there's a lag, slippage. So that's just slippage. What you eat in a day? Go look at the second to last video I posted. Talk about it. Tell you exactly what I eat in a day, down to the weight. And then on a red day, hey, as long as you don't make it worse, man. Don't allow that to get you down. Everybody's gonna have red days now and then. You need to be able to take a red day without sitting there and over trading and trying to get it back and ending on a green note, because then that is definitely how you end up blowing accounts or at least having really bad days. Do you go aggressive when passing evals? I do. I don't recommend it for people who are new or having issues passing. Like, I'll tell you this, and you probably have heard other traders say this, the ones who are actually honest. Even if you've been trading for a long time, you get into a bad cycle sometimes where you feel like you forgot how to trade, man. I had that kind of in January. Price action was not in my favor, and I allowed it to affect my psychology tremendously, where I just felt like I had forgotten what I was doing. So if you're in a phase like that, I definitely recommend sizing down and not being aggressive. But for the most part, in normal circumstances, I do trade my evals pretty aggressively. This is just showing right back down, dude. Breaker right here. Anybody gonna trade the ICT short here? Kind of a breaker. Is there a gap in there? Yeah, I wouldn't do this. There's a gap right there, but I'd be hesitant. I just don't like the way price is moving today. Had to switch to IM. I've heard other people say that. It's the default settings. So if you just search VWAP on TradingView, if you just search VWAP, my settings are pretty default. I just took these two bands off, and I might have like changed my color to blue. I don't know if that's default or not, but I haven't changed virtually anything. When did C-Bum start trading? I feel like I should put a C-Bum counter on here, but I feel like that some people might take that as like conceited or something. How long do you usually leave the trade? How long do I like hold a trade? Depends, man. I think my average trade time recently has been like a minute. That's only what I look at. Yeah. Christian, are your trades natty or not? Nah, man. The book map is my PED. Just passed my second account. Very nice, man. I tried to short, but I don't like how price is moving. There is a short setup here. I don't like how price is moving either. In terms of like a traditional setup, this is like a pretty decent short setup, but I'm sure there are a lot of people short right now on this. I blew my PA, now I'm gonna go eat a nice steak celebration. That's the way to do it, man. That's the way to do it. Yeah, that data wick is right there resting, which would give me pause. Very good observation. You took the breaker? Yeah. That's what I would have entered off of. There's a gap in there too. There's a 1 minute, like right there. First presented would have been nice if you got a tap back into that, but it didn't even get a tap into the second presented. But into the breaker, a tap into the breaker right there is not a bad entry. You're already up 43 points at peak. Negated that inversion. Hey, that's a good return on investment, Nico, if you think about it. It happens sometime, Adrian. I don't blame you for fading that, man, or getting out. I don't blame you at all. Today's not a great day, in my opinion, for my trading. It's sketchy. Some people are probably doing really well. For me personally, I'm sketched out by this price action. You're holding to the 15? The one we just tapped into? Oh, are you on ES, Nick? Appreciate that, Nico. Have a good day, man. No, NQ. The lower one. Okay. We're bouncing off of 1 right now. The first presented 15 right there. ES is tapping into 1 as well. All right, man. Have a good day. We'll see you on Monday. What's your bookmap VWAP look like? It seems like mine's different from yours. I'm curious. I made mine white. You can change the color of it. So you can't see settings. That's so annoying. I'm showing you right here that mine settings on white. But yeah, I turned mine to white and I anchored mine to where it says anchor. You said show VWAP line and then VWAP start. And then in parentheses it has anchor, or in brackets it has anchor. Mine is from, dang, mine's on 2025. I just noticed that. Holy crap. Let's see. That is not good. Let's see if that changes anything, or if Bookmap thinks we're in 2025. It's supposed to be 2026. That's a big oopsie for this trading session. A whole year's worth of data that it's anchoring or averaging. Does Global Plus have a monthly subscription by any chance? Yes, it does. Oops. Definitely not 2025. That's what I get for eating while I was setting up this morning. Hey, enjoy your weekend too, man. Appreciate you being here. You guys like the video, if you don't mind, over on the tube. Little thumbs up, if you will. The short is playing out perfectly. Is it fair to see this and just get off at 11? Yeah. I don't know, man. Mine doesn't lag. Here's what we're seeing on the book map here. I do have the TradingView subscription. Yeah. What's up, dude? How's your account bidding going? It's been going good, man. I gotta take you out all the money you made. Fake. Just hearing that I've helped you, man, that's all the payback I need. I like that. All right, guys, I'm calling it. I don't want to mess with this price action. It's not ideal for me. I was thinking about potentially trying to take a short there, but this pullback would potentially be an entry here on the 5. But I don't trust it. Not interested. I almost did. I almost did. I was thinking about trying this short, but shorting into a lot of resistance or a lot of support down there. Yeah, I'm going to call it. I'm not even going to play around with this. It's not ideal. You guys have a great weekend. I'll be back on Monday, 9 a.m. like usual. You guys stay safe. Don't do anything stupid this weekend. Love you guys. Take it easy. Have a good weekend.